Hello everyone, it's Jane here. For those that don't know, I'm the clinical manager of the service, and I just wanted to post a video to say hello to you all and to say that everyone here at Vida are wishing you all well and hoping that you are staying safe and well. And I know it's a really tricky time for all of us, and we'll all be in different situations. Some of us will be working from home or staying at home and trying to manage children and all of those responsibilities. And there'll be others amongst us who are going out there and are key workers potentially. And we just want to stay, we hope you are all staying safe and well. And what we are trying to do as a service to manage this time is to stay in touch with you all, and we're doing that by adding kind of helpful hints and tips on how to cope with this challenging time that we find ourselves in, and we're posting those on our website. And we'll be staying in touch by posting some videos and hoping that we can help you cope and manage in this time. And those of you might have seen last week a video that I posted that was really on the idea of coping with uncertainty, and I was focusing really on that thing that we might find all of us doing at the moment, potentially when we are being bombarded with lots and lots of information about coronavirus and what is happening in our country and what the government's doing, and lots of information that I know for myself really starts to make me feel quite anxious, because I will find myself kind of thinking ahead a little bit and thinking of all the worst case scenarios that could potentially happen. And last week's video was about how do we manage that, how do we help to contain all of those worries and anxieties. And I talked about bringing our attention into the present moment, which is really, when we look at it, the only thing that we can actually control, where we're placing our attention and bringing it into the here and the now and the present moment. So I just wanted to kind of remind you of that and think today a little bit about what activities can we do that really focuses our attention in the present. And one of the things that we will be finding when we're looking at news and looking at news feeds on our mobile phones is lots of advice on how to manage at this moment in time. And overwhelmingly, there's lots of things around activities in the present. And today I want us to think about exercise, I suppose, and physical activity. We know that that releases this hormone that helps us feel more lifted and helps us manage our emotional well-being. And we can really engage in some physical movement that can activate that hormone to get triggered, I suppose. So one of the things I've posted is particularly for those of you who might not be able to get out of your home and are really isolating, how do you engage in, I suppose, the outdoors and physical movement and taking a walk? And one of the things that we're being told that's really good for our emotional well-being is getting in touch with nature. So I did post a video recently that was just a film of me taking a walk in the woods nearby. And I think it lasts probably about 10 minutes. And for those that can't get out, I wonder if watching that video and immersing yourselves in the visual of, you know, the trees and the woodland and the flowers that are budding at this time of year, that might be a way of connecting to nature. And although you might not be physically moving, you'll be watching that video. It might be a way of focusing your attention, remember, on the here and the now, and reminding yourself about the outdoors, and that hopefully, you know, sometime in the near future we can, all of us, get out and about again and get in touch with nature and physical activity. So that's one way of getting us back into the present, taking that walk, taking that, you know, exercise that we can do every day, and really noticing what we're seeing and what we're hearing on those walks that can help us get connected to the here and the now, and remember, help to calm the body down a little bit. And as I said, if you can't actually get out to do that exercise per day, then maybe tune into that video of my walk and see how that goes in terms of bringing your attention to the present and how that might impact on your emotional well-being. Another way, I suppose, of helping to bring our mind into the present is music. And I suppose that's a way that we can motivate ourselves. If it's an upbeat tempo, we can have maybe a little bit of a dance in the kitchen and a little bit of movement around, or we can have a soothing and calming music that can really, again, focus our attention on that music and help us again ultimately manage our emotional well-being. So there are a few options for helping us manage this current uncertain time, reminding ourselves to bring our attention into the present and focusing our attention maybe on that exercise that we can do every day and what we're seeing and hearing as we do that walk. And if we can't get out, how can we maybe do that if we're isolated at home? And it might be through that video where I'm taking that walk, or I know certainly on the internet there's an organisation that really is tapping into providing videos of how we can connect to nature in the here and the now. And I suppose before I say goodbye, one more thing that popped into my head then was maybe an activity we can do is create, I don't know if you've heard of mood boards, but I suppose a collage of visual images that remind us of nature or remind us of kind of scenery that we might want to immerse ourselves in, whether that is nature or woods and plants and trees or birds singing, or maybe your thing is a beach looking out on the horizon. So maybe we can look through magazines that we might have and cut and paste onto paper those kind of images that might just, I suppose we might use that word, ground us into those visual images and help us to immerse ourselves in placing our attention on things that make us feel better, rather than where I started this video in talking about how I might get into kind of catastrophizing a little bit when I get bombarded with lots and lots of news about certainly the coronavirus and how we're moving through this potential crisis at the moment, and how we can ultimately manage our well-being by bringing our attention back into the here and the now. So I'm going to sign off now because I think I've talked probably long enough, and hopefully I've inspired you to think about ways of managing in the present, and I'm going to keep in touch and keep posting helpful kind of strategies and techniques to manage at this time, and really to try and stay connected with you all. So again, from all of us here at Vida, we are sending our best wishes, hoping you're staying safe and well, and pointing you in the direction of our website and our self-help pages for those helpful tools and strategies. So I'll hopefully see you all again shortly, and again, stay well, stay safe, and goodbye.